Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jana and check out of this big box. It's an already released copy of the Euthia Torment of Resurrection board game. Let me show you what's inside the core box of this game and the Legendary Collection expansion. Euthia is an exploration adventure game for 1 to 4 players. In this fantasy world there are magician places waiting for you and monsters to defeat. This appendix describes in detail all details and tokens, and as you can see, there is really a lot of it in this board game. The third is a scenario book that will guide you through the entire adventure in this game. Each character has their own hero sheet with detailed description of tales, abilities, equipment, etc. A very necessary and useful sheet for every player. In addition, there is an achievement sheet. But this is just the beginning, so what's next? Okay, so I will start with the smaller box. The contents of the big one you will see in a moment. So the creatures that appear on the board will be joined, as you can see, by a griffin. The box contains a short instruction, cards, a map tale and standee, but also a beautiful miniature. Take a closer look at it now. Since the griffin looks nice, it's worth taking a peek at the next miniatures. So now we take a look at the miniature pack, where you will find miniatures of each of the heroes. There is also a special place for the griffin, as you can see, but most importantly, a Faruga dragon miniature and a golem miniature. And now I will leave you with these miniatures for a moment. Take a closer look at them. Okay, so the plastic presentation is behind us. It's time to look at the rest of the components, and believe me, there is plenty to show you. The next booklet is Lore and Art, and it has a story and beautiful graphics to show you this world. But you know what players need most, however, are the 10 double sides reference cards. This describes at a glance not only the gameplay but also the detail of combat, the symbols of the hero tails or the details you will find on the map tails, gems, the locations, trade rules, and of course the scoring rules. Okay, what awaits you in Euthia above all is a whole host of cards. Among them encounter cards in 14 types. That is a deck of 103 cards, 7 of each type and for solo mode. But what's an adventure without having to defeat enemies? So they too must have their cards. Here you can see the elite monster cards for the 3 levels. So take a look at what creatures await you in the first level. Let's also check out the enemies for level 2. And finally, level 3 monsters you may encounter on your way. After a successful fight with the enemies, there are rewards waiting for the heroes. Here they are. There are also decks of cards from 3 levels, just like in the case of enemies. Faruga is a powerful dragon, and so are his attacks. This is shown by the 4 attack cards of this creature. Then there are the event cards, which are not pleasant for the heroes. Since the world in the game Euthia is mysterious and fantastic, it can be without legend cards like Volcano Demon, Enemy Territory or Destroyed Library. And there's the Fear Power card and the 10 Rampage cards. As you can see, Euthia is a game, there are a lot of cards. Here are the monster cards. As I showed earlier, there's also come in 3 levels. So there will be gargoyles, harpies and undead knight, but also dragonflies, cyclops and even dinosaurs. See for yourself what other monsters you can meet and fight in this game. In the battle you will use silver and gold cards. There are 8 of each type in Euthia. And these are the 4 elements cards: earth, wind, water and fire. That's cards for each hero with the icons. And this is a deck of battle cards. There are different dice scores on each card, as you can see, so the dice in this game must be there as well. If you will be using standees instead of miniatures, you will need these transparent bases. Okay, let's move on. This is the final level of this big box. And here, as you can see, they're in for a lot of work, squeezing out tokens and map tiles. But let me start by showing you the hero boards. It's on this that you will be placing equipment or action tokens, strengthening your characters and equipping him with better armor, boots, helmet or, combat tool. And now you will see all the sheets with tiles and tokens, starting with 76 alchemy tiles, 70 dragon slayer tiles, 73 merchant tiles, tiles of terrain such as caves, lakes and mountains, where you will find valuable gems to healing potions, grace hack or supplies. There are also bounty tokens of hunters, weaponsmith or witch. You will also find the treasures on the map, so there are tiles with them in 3 levels, as well as artifact tiles and the teleport scroll. And there are also 36 monster tile, but you don't use it in the game itself. You can use them to play a memory game. I think it's really cool use the space on the token sheets. But we have something else here. Here's the scenario board as well as the trade board. And there's more tokens and whole bunch of different kinds of gold, gems, reputation tokens and so on and so on. And as you can see, also hero standees if you are playing without using miniatures. And finally, map tiles, from which you will build this fantastic world in each game. And these tiles are here for 5 chapters. All card elements of this game are made very well. Thick material of tiles, tokens or boards, very nice illustration on tiles or cards, beautiful miniatures and huge amount of components, invite you to explore the world of Euthia. So now it's time for the Legendary Collection add-on. And look, this is the same huge box as the core box. So let's check out its contents. I will start with Organizer, which is very important with so many components in this game. So what do we have here? Plastic trays in which you can sort and place all the tokens from this game. And thanks to the lid, nothing will spill out. As you can see, it's transparent, so you can see the tokens even in closed-up trays, and I think that's great. And as you can see, the trays come in small and larger size. I think it's organized the game very well and make it easier to set up. And here we also have a nice socks with prints, 2 smaller black ones and 3 green ones. And at the end, a task for constructors. You can arrange very stylish card trays from these elements. But first of all, you have to work a little bit hard at putting it together, but I think the end result is worth it. Okay, time to find out what the next mystery box of this expansion hides. The package of the elemental miniatures speaks for itself, so here they are. The colorful elemental miniatures of water, fire, earth and wind will look great on the map. But there's not the end of the surprises, because in this big box there are 3 more smaller boxes. Although it's really small, it's very heavy. What does it contain? A bag and coins. Listen, they sound like really silver and gold coins, superbly crafted. But the dice, which you will find in another tiny box, look great too. Beautiful decoration and really great quality. Additionally, to protect the cards properly, there is a set of card slaves. And you know, it all looks just great, so nice to start your adventure in this game. Did you like this unboxing? If so, leave a like and join to my subscribers. I encourage you. Thank you. Thank you for watching and see you soon.